things are about to change like we never expected. Videos of the sun pulsing in 2022 coming out, and then we have footage of why was the sun observatory shut down with military raids, because something was coming. Now we're about to see what's coming, but let's go back to what happened.
September 6th, 2018. Black Hawk helicopters packed with armed FBI agents swoop over the Lincoln Forest Mountains of New Mexico. Their target, not a terrorist training camp, not a drug cartel. This special SWAT team is about to raid an astronomical observatory. The Sunspot Solar Observatory, used by NASA to understand and keep watch on the sun.
There's Black Hawk helicopters and FBI agents swarming all over the place.
Government agents shut down the observatory and evacuate the 250-acre site. Local police are left in the dark. And the employees are silenced.
Everyone had to sign some kind of secrecy agreement that whatever they'd seen could not be disclosed. They treated it as if a national security breach had occurred.
Is there something we should know?
The FBI says their raid and 11-day lockdown is in response to an observatory employee accused of misusing the internet. Many find this explanation difficult to believe.
This is an observatory. This one looks at the sun. Maybe they found something that we should be concerned about.
But what can the astronomers have seen that they shouldn't have? There's been some wild theories.
This daytime sky is our blind spot. If you really want to sneak up on a planet, come from the direction of the sun.
And according to the UN and the Red Cross, the consequences are now life-threatening. A joint report published Monday says heat waves will within decades become so extreme in parts of Africa and Asia that human life there will be unsustainable.
China doesn't just have one of the hottest fusion reactors that's over like 4.5 Telsius. Also, they're getting ready to take a mission to the real sun, not just do a mission with the fake suns. So you got the fake suns mixed with the real sun. So how much more heat can we get if that's twice as or 5 times or 6 times or whatever times hotter than the sun? We're gonna get you into the next mission that they're about to pull off here. They just literally launched the solar observatory named after this giant. It was a giant a long time ago, years ago. So yeah, this giant literally chased the sun. He was so giant, so tall. He chased the sun, and in this story it says the sun kept moving. He couldn't actually grab the sun. And then one time the sun pulsed at him and it knocked him down. He got back up and kept running again. But I mean, the story goes on and on from there. So we're talking about naming something after ancient Nephilims, ancient giants. And so this is the mission, right? We're gonna, basically they're saying, like in my breakdown of it, just like the Nephilim was doing, we want to get to the sun and we want to try to actually find the secrets of the sun. Another thing is it this that's being caught in our skies? Some type of evil twin of the sun? I mean, don't you want to know what's going on? Well, we need to put the pieces together. Scientists have even given this star its own name. You gotta ask the question though, why is the name Nemesis? Well, it all goes back to the whole Greek situation and the whole ancient gods of Greek. And we're about to detail how important the situation now is becoming in the world we live in, on the plane, on whatever you want to call it. The flat earth, the round earth, the hole in earth, whatever. Nemesis is the goddess of revenge, the Greek goddess of revenge. And when you take that into account, they call it a star, right, in the sky. So a star could symbolize a fallen angel, fallen angels of ancient Rome. And when we're looking at the sky and we see this red thing next to the moon, is it this Nemesis that they're talking about? Is it the Planet X system they're talking about? Either way, it was earthquakes hitting right after this thing was announced. Immediately after the video was posted a day later, because it actually wasn't announced. And if they cause cataclysm to come and bad things to happen, this is what we're set up for. And the super artificial moon, which is trying to cause this, is another thing that messed with tidal waves and the earthquakes in the world. Check out what's happening recently.
So this happened last night, right around 10:50, magnitude 2.0. It's barely detectable from a human. A seismograph can pick it up. You might notice like a light go.
Just stop it. First of all, check out Into Thin Air. He gets deeper into it.
Minutes, and although not the biggest earthquake, it's the fact that so many people felt it, and the USGS is reporting just that single quake, but in all reality, there was way more than one earthquake. In fact, on my last count, in just the last day and a half, there have been 5 earthquakes within the state of Maryland, all with user reports and descriptions of shaking in these different parts of Maryland, which begs the question, what exactly is going on? Now, if...
And they technically don't even need to have the sun and moon aligned if they have artificial technology where they can do these things on their own. You do get what I'm saying here, right? I'm just like you trying to figure this out. But I can see a lot of things ain't right, and I'm presenting evidence to you. Let's move forward, though, into how the world is being affected by this scenario. And I got another reasoning why they need to do this, because something huge is left to come for us after they're done with it.
And earthquake activity continues to increase at Mauna Loa, the world's largest active volcano.
Has moved to daily updates, and it's been at yellow advisory status.
We do have this heightened unrest, and the volcano is more likely to accelerate into an eruptive state out of the heightened unrest.
If it does erupt, where is the lava likely to go?
It's more southwest drift zone.
Northeast heads toward Hilo, though the 84 flow stopped short of the town itself. A southwest flow, that's got folks.
Notice, we're headed towards Agenda 2030. Notice how the river dried up close when 2020 hit. And what is under the river is the bigger question. The source, fallen ones. And so they would need to increase the heat in order to release the fallen ones. That was 2020, but now in 2022, look how much we've critically dried up out there. So just pivotal moments from the fallen ones who want to slaughter at least, what, 2/3 of the earth? To be able to come out of the abyss of underground. This is an ancient war we're all in right now. You're tuning in and you're realizing that this is not a joke. But you know that the light is with us. And the 2 suns and everything else, and the 2 planets next to the sun, all this stuff has been showing up. And they've already came out with evidence showing you, yeah, it was 2 suns. It's real, it's happening. And the Indian researchers pretty much showed the depiction of it. But what was hidden at the observatory for the sun? But wait a minute, you're still gonna miss some gigantic stuff that is going down, that is being hidden massively. So you have to check this out if you don't want them to hide the information from you, because they will.